pain, usually we go to the doctor, we get our medication, and that takes care of the pain. Now that takes care of the acute pain, but when you stop medication, most of us start to get that little bit of a pain that sort of comes back to into your spinal areas. Now, what can you do when you get this kind of a pain? So, what are the non medical things like not taking medication, but other things that you can do at home while you have back and neck pain? So, let's address this in the video. Before we get into these 5 tips that I'm going to talk to you about, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs and they have spinal, that is back and neck and joint pain. Now, I help you by giving you simple exercises, easy lifestyle changes, tips, tricks, hacks, and some natural remedies that have worked for me on my spinal, that is back and neck and joint pain journey. Now, going back to the topic for today, let's discuss 5 tips to help you to manage your spinal, that is back and neck pain. Now, these are the tips that you can use when once you have gotten out of that acute phase of back and neck pain, because once your pain is when your pain has reduced, then these tips can help you. All right, now just remember that one episode of back pain can be different from another episode of back pain, and your neck pain might be different from my neck pain. So, what works for you might not work for me. So, just try and see what works for you during this episode of back and neck pain. Now, the very first thing is start with some gentle movements. Now, for you, this might be sitting in bed and just moving your neck around, or lying down with your knees bent and just rolling them from one side to another gently. Or it might be that you go out for a walk for, say, 10 minutes and you come back and you assess how your back and neck is feeling. And then you go the next day and then start with your walks. Now, when you do these, always try and do a little bit, like suppose if I am working from point A to point B and I feel the pain coming in like a little bit, say 90% before point B, then you stop at that 90% mark and do not go 100% into the point B. So basically you're giving that sort of a leverage, that sort of a flexibility to your body, so that you don't go straight into the pain zone. So stop before you start to get that full blown pain. So that is the key to getting back to movement, getting back to exercises, getting back to whatever your activity level was once you recover from back or neck pain. Now, this could also be applicable to, if say you're driving, have younger kids and you're lifting them up, or you have babies and you carry them, like for nappy changes, etc. So every activity that you do, try not to get into that zone of pain, but stop once you start to get that little niggle of pain before you get the full blown pain. All right, so that was the very first thing. Second thing is quite simple. You can use a hot pack or a cold pack. Now, this could vary between episodes of pain. For example, in the colder weather you may not like to use a cold pack, or in the hotter weather you might prefer a cold pack. So see what works for you. This is something that's quite easy. You don't really go wrong with a hot pack or a cold pack. It's not going to damage or cause any harm to your back or neck. So see what works for you, see the effects for the next 24 hours, and then make a judgment as to what works better for your spine at that time. Now, the other thing is your pain relief gels and patches. These are not going to cure anything. However, they are a good short term band aid type of a solution. So, for example, if I have a meeting where I know I'm going to be sitting for a long time, or if I have a presentation coming up and I know I'm going to be typing, it's going to strain my neck, I'm going to be looking at a screen all this time, this is where pain relief patches and gels come in handy, because they will let me get through that little bit of activity which I know is unavoidable and I need to get through it, but it's not going to cure my back or neck pain. So, some people also recommend a gentle massage when they're using pain gels, because I mean, it's easier to massage yourself, but I would just say see if this works for you, because it differs from condition to condition. You don't want somebody else to do a massage for you, or you don't want to get on a massage chair till you're sure you can take that sort of a pressure from the chair. You want to use your own hands, because you are the best judge of how much pressure you can apply. So, when it comes to massage, just see what works for you. It's not something I recommend for 100, I mean, all the people out there, not 100%. So, this is something you want to take with a pinch of salt. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, the other two things I want to talk about are more long term. Once your back pain has, or your neck pain has subsided, and it's not in the acute or subacute phase, that's not in the first few days of injury or when the episode of back and neck pain started. It is working on your core muscles and working on your posture. I know these two terms have been used, overused, used, abused forever. However, they are very, very vital when it comes to managing your spinal, that is back and neck pain. So when you have, okay, to tell you very briefly, posture is important because, say, for example, if I have mid back pain and I'm going to be slouching like this, of course, I'm going to get a recurrence of that pain. It's going to come back because my body's going to be stressed with this poor posture, right? It's as simple as that. And the other thing is core muscles. Core muscles are the ones that are the deepest layer of muscles that are present right next to a spine, and they provide a scaffolding effect or a stabilizing effect to our spine. Now, what these core, if you don't strengthen your core muscles, you tend to get recurrent spinal, that is recurrent back pain or neck pain. So if you want to get into the details of how these five things work for you, that is the stretches, the hot pack, cold pack, or pain relief gels, the posture, and the core muscles, I mean, strengthening the core muscles, you can go to my YouTube channel and have a look. I've done these videos in details. And if you can't find my YouTube channel, you can just go to YouTube and type my name, Swati Prakash, and then followed by core or posture, and a couple of videos will come up. And you can have a look there. So I hope this was useful, because sometimes we think that these simple things don't work. And the fact is that the simplest things are the best, um, they sometimes form the best treatment or the best remedies for your back and neck pain. So have a try. If you have any questions, any comments, or any doubts about this, you can always just leave your doubts or questions into the comments below, and I will address them for you. If you're looking for more tips and tricks or hacks like this or advice like this, I have done a free training in my community. It's a free community. I will leave a link in the description of this video. So, one of the trainings is simple solutions to manage your back pain. Another one is simple solutions to manage your neck pain. We've also done a training on posture and on core muscles. So, basically, all the stuff that I'm talking about here, we've done detailed trainings on those. You can join the community and you have lifelong access when you join. Alrighty, I hope this was useful, and I'll see you guys next time.